Hello, and welcome to another newsletter from Construction Programs and Results. I'm Michael Stone, and I'll be sharing our newsletter with you. Have you been reading the to-do list that comes with each newsletter that we send out? That to-do list is the same thing as a checklist that you use for estimating. It helps keep all phases of your business organized, neat, clean, and eliminating things that fall through the cracks. If you don't have time to do all the things on your list, then delegate or hire the stuff done. No one thing is a game-changing importance, but added up, they can spell the difference between anguish and chaos in your life and being able to spend time with your family and getting a good night's sleep. Imagine that. One more thing before we go to our newsletter. Are you having any problems now that you haven't been able to resolve and are driving you crazy? I'm available for coaching help, and after some 25 years of coaching other contractors, we can probably help you get things turned around and your company profitable once more. Give me a call and let's talk about you, your future, and where you want to go with your company. Now, our newsletter. Estimating labor, trash, errors, and things we don't see. This is the third in our series of estimating issues. A month ago, I talked about distractions and getting quotes. 2 weeks ago, I talked about inspectors, and this won't be our last article on estimating because I could talk for months on that topic. First, labor. Probably the largest error on most estimate sheets is missing labor. This is expensive. It can happen because of distractions, but in my opinion, this error also comes from estimators who forget to take off the blue leotard with the big red S on their chest, okay? They underestimate the amount of time that's needed for the phase of the job that they're estimating. I understand that mentality. It's part of being a business owner, but it'll cost you good money when the job is complete. When you're estimating labor, it doesn't matter how fast you can do a particular job. It matters whether you estimated it correctly. You might be Superman and can get jobs built faster than anyone else, but unless you're the only one working on the job, others might not be as fast or as efficient as you are. I suggest one method of calculating labor time on a project. In an article on our website titled Estimating Errors Are Lost Profit, the link is in the details below. This method works for many. You also need to find someone who knows the work, who can review your time estimates for that job. Provide them with photographs of the work area in question and listen to their opinions. If you're open to input, the two of you will come up with an estimate that should be very close, if not dead on. When you think the job through from start to finish, you can come up with an accurate estimate of time for each phase of that job. And thinking is work, and it's not fun, but it must be done if you want an accurate estimate. If you're working on jobs, do you include your time on the estimate sheet? You should. When you swing by to check the job, as you should on a regular basis, that's an overhead expense, and you're compensated for that in your monthly salary. But if you're performing any work, even if it's just delivering materials, and your time isn't on the estimate sheet, you're working for free. You might think that's okay, but what if you need to hire someone to deliver those materials? They won't work for free. If the time isn't included on the estimate sheet, your price isn't enough to cover the work, and you'll lose money on that job. All time spent on that job, no matter who does the work, needs to be included in the estimate cost. Are you accounting for trash? If you have a messy or trashy job site, your clients will think you have a messy or trashy work ethic. Having a clean job site also improves construction job site safety. The time needed to clean up the job site needs to be in your job estimate. This also applies to your subs. Make sure they include cleanup in their quotes, and it should be standard practice that after any drill out, especially electricians and plumbers, they or you should stop and sweep up. Your crew should also pick up trash before lunch and just before quitting time in the evening. Preferably, it should be put in the drop box, and if you have a pile, keep that pile behind the building or behind a barrier so those passing by can't see it. If you're framing a large job, scrap should be piled out of sight twice a day. When your clients see a lot of scraps laying around, they'll assume you're not just messy, you're wasting materials. And that isn't a good way to maintain a good reputation or to get jobs with those who pass by or visit your job sites. If you have a job that's generating a lot of trash, hire someone to haul it to the dump on a regular basis. It's not that expensive and should also be on the estimate. I hated hauling trash away when I was working as a mechanic. I've trained for years to do my job, and the last thing I wanted to do was spend time on cleaning up. Yes, I had a bad attitude, but I still cleaned up. Don't forget hazardous waste. This is where you need to deal with all the OSHA and RRP rules and regulations, and it can get expensive. Guess who pays for it if you forgot or didn't estimate that amount, the cost on the estimate sheet? The estimating process is all about working through the little details. The better you track and cover these little details, the more accurate your estimate and the more money you will make. Thanks again for watching, and may the profits be with you.